So we have chapter 318 really early, like a whole week before the chapter officially comes out, and this chapter did two things. One, it got me extremely hyped up for what's going to be coming up in the next chapter, because it looks like a lot of the characters that I think a lot of fans can agree, were really upset we really didn't get to see much of in this arc, finally stepping into the limelight and getting some much needed on-screen action. And two, is setting up the story route that I was really hoping Tabata would go down, with this whole thing of Lucifero only manifesting halfway into the human world, and what the future of the series might focus on, which I personally think is going to be around Lucifero and the Second Gate Supreme Devil running away from this fight, trying to find a way for Lucifero to fully manifest in the human world, and then trying to take it over after that. Anyway, the chapter opens up with Libe screaming bloody revenge to Lucifero for killing Lucida, and Lucifero having no idea what he's talking about, which shows just how little he thought about the incident from 17 years ago over these past, 17 years. Which honestly kind of surprised me, because I figured that he'd remember that time a human was able to stop him from manifesting before. I mean, I guess he didn't know his name, so Libe screaming it in his face isn't really going to do much to jog his memories. But I don't know, I kind of figured that he might remember something. Plus I figured, he might remember Libe at least, because I doubt there's that many devils out there who have zero mana in the underworld. Plus, not to mention, Asta is literally the spitting image of Lucida. So just seeing his face I thought would jog some memories, but doesn't seem like anything's happening in this chapter. And I don't know, maybe in the next chapter we'll get some kind of flashback or some kind of hints that he might remember what happened 17 years ago. But at this point, with how fast-paced these past two chapters were, I kinda doubt it. Then we immediately go into the fight with Asta and this Devil Union versus Lucifero, and it is as one-sided as I thought it would be. Asta goes in for a swing, which by the way, Noct tries to warn him ahead of time not to do it, but he goes in for the swing with the Demon Slayer sword, and Lucifero easily dodges the first hit. Then he goes in for a second swing, and Lucifero easily blocks it with one hand. So the power difference between Asta, even when using his Devil Union, and Lucifero, who was only half manifested, is huge. I say it's probably the same gap as between Dante and Magna, only unlike Magna, Asta doesn't have an ability to force the two of them to be equal in power. And as if him catching Asta's hit with one hand wasn't enough, Tabata decides to have Lucifero poke his finger on Asta's sword out of just pure curiosity, and when it makes him bleed a single drop of blood, he gets pissed and punches Asta so hard into the ground, he says he can't see straight anymore. Then we cut over to Vanessa and we find out that Rogue's power was able to save at least the Black Bull from being crushed and dying, but it's not going to last long, and Yami is pretty much on death's door as it is, and that if Lucifero were to get any closer to them than he already was, just his presence alone would at the very least kill Yami, if not all the Black Bulls. So the stakes are getting higher and higher by the second for these guys. And then, just as the chapter ends, while Asta is still on the ground, all the captains show up ready to help him fight against Lucifero. And this was a very hype moment for me, because a lot of these characters, actually most of these characters, we really didn't get to see much of in this past arc. Because I mean, when you think about it, we really only got to see Jack, Charlotte, and Rio show off exactly how strong they become post the time skip, and little bits of Mario and Yona here and there. But when it comes to Fugoyan, Nozel, and Dorothy, all their fights pretty much happened off screen, so I'm excited to finally get to see what they can do after training for 6 months, especially Dorothy. She's the one actually I'm the most hyped about. Now, here's the thing though, even with them backing up Asta, I still don't think they're going to be able to win against Lucifero. I mean, don't get me wrong, together they're extremely powerful as a team, and they'll be damn near invincible as long as Rio can activate his Valhalla spell in time. But the only one who could possibly land the killing blow on Lucifero besides Asta is Fugoyan, and that's only if he already unlocked Saint Stage. And since Asta only has about 3.5 minutes left on his Devil Union, and the Second Gate Devil still hasn't even gotten involved in this fight, there's no way to kill Lucifero yet. At best, I think they're going to probably back him or drive him into a corner, and him and Second Devil are going to escape so that they can find a way to let Lucifero fully manifest, which stopping him I guess is going to be the main focus of the story going forward, which I'm actually excited about. I'm actually looking forward to seeing exactly how Tabata weaves him back into the story after a few arcs of being absent. But anyway guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it. Let me know down below what you guys thought about the chapter. I don't know if we're going to be getting a chapter next week or we're going to have to wait until the week after that. But until we get to the next chapter, that's it for the video guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.